This is an interesting one. While I am aware of the existence of Vocaloid manga in the form of doujins and unofficial Hatsune mix, which, yes, I don't own yet, but I will eventually because it combines my two favorite things, manga and Miku. What I wasn't aware of, though, was manga based on songs made with the Vocaloid engine. Like, no, seriously, this is a type of manga that exists, and I didn't find out about it until I stumbled upon Vampire. And yeah, I had to talk about it. I mean, come on, look at it. Vampire, or The Vampire, is based on the song of the same name by Deco27. And I'm so glad I'm starting with this one because Deco27 is one of my favorite Vocaloid artists, and The Vampire is my second favorite song from the artist. If you're wondering, my favorite song from Deco27 is actually Musikroll because of Gumi, and that also apparently has a manga based on it, so I'll store that away for later. Anyway, the vampire is the titular vampire from the song wanting to fall in love with someone to suck their blood. While she doesn't she does stave it off with the typical tomato juice replacement and the atypical attention she gets from being a social media star. She yearns for the blood of her destined one. Anyway, after getting a hateful comment, she tracks down her hater and ends up falling in love with him on first sight. And now she's basically stalking this poor dude. Now, if you're thinking,
ロゼ、意味のない言葉が多かったですね。一日を進めるために、あなたの意見を一言でまとめてください。
then okay, weird request, but sure. I can boil my opinion down to one word: lacking. As in, the manga is lacking something interesting. I was 100% ready to blame this in the mood I was on before I reached that opinion, though. Like, I gave it 3 separate goes over 3 months to suck me in. And I did, like, the third attempt after reading Miguro-san, so I was definitely in the mood for something like this, but nope, just wasn't connecting with me, and well, it's really because it's lacking the most important part of any romance manga: chemistry. Without chemistry, the key component of a romance manga doesn't work. And if that key component doesn't work, everything around it also doesn't work. Basically, what I'm saying is the vampire doesn't work. I just don't buy the chemistry between Vampire-san and whoever the male interest is. Like, I can't even remember his name because for me, he just blends into the background. Like, come on, like, the most basic of shoujo's understand the importance of making sure our male protagonist, love interest, isn't a plank of wood. You can't draw good chemistry when only one person in this proposed pairing has an actual personality. The rival love interest has more personality than this guy, and his only character attribute is being conventionally attractive. All this plank of wood has going for him is being rational when a weird girl you follow on Twitter suddenly starts stalking you and wanting your blood. Like, I just don't believe in them coming together eventually, and is its biggest flaw. I know it's weird that I just came out here and said it's terrible, since you kind of need more context or padding around it, but I seriously cannot get past the complete lack of basics. How did you write a romance story where the key focus of the manga doesn't work on a fundamental level? Even when the story starts moving into music making, because it's Miku, everything needs to revolve around music because it's Miku for some reason. Like, come on. I'm so emotionally tuned out because it feels like it's going through the motions without a convincing relationship to distract me from, I guess, the motions. Like, oh god. It's bland, and that has to say, because, like I said, it's based on a really good Miku song by a really good Miku artist. It should be the polar opposite of bland, but here it is, bastardizing my Miku. How does this have an 8 out of 10 on Mangadex? Do fans just lap up Miku content without putting any thought into what they are reading, or is there something I'm missing here? What is redeeming about this? Is it the art? I mean, I think the art is fine. It's not exactly making me drool like Shimosa did, but I also seen worse. Maybe it's Vampire-san, but no, I kind of find her grating, like very one-note typical maiden type, where her only redeeming feature is just being Miku. Yeah, just sitting in my bed at 3 a.m., I can't think of anything I like about this manga, which is kind of insulting considering its source material. Like, God, I hate it when I have to do these completely negative reviews because I like being positive. I know it's weird hearing this from the person who will gladly admit that they're pessimist, bordering nihilist, but there's no fun in being pessimistic if I can't prove myself wrong for thinking everything is terrible. Unfortunately, the vampire reminds me that not every manga has an aspect that makes it worthwhile. It's completely devoid of anything good, with its different aspects switching between serviceable or bad. It's just so eh? Like, fuck, I kind of feel bad that I made someone else sit through this now. So, Tama, since I know you're going to be editing this, right? Let's just say if for some reason I need you to make a second short review sometime this year, while I pour over my other bigger projects that are becoming very big time voids, I'll let you pick the topic. Just no yaoi romance, please. I don't think I'm ready to do more of that after, well, this. I actually want to take a break from romance manga in general. So yeah, just pick anything that isn't, I guess, romance or yaoi, whatever floats your boat. Anyway, I'll see you guys for what happens next. I mean, I want to see the Pantene stocking retrospective, but that art book still hasn't arrived. I can't make the video without it. So, and let's see, the Denmount Death Play video I want to do is stolted right now, which leaves us with either whatever contrived torture Tama will line up for me, or the Arc Knights miniseries videos I want to do. That one's more likely, to be honest, because I have actually finished that script. It's just getting the footage and figuring out how I want to edit it and present it. Anyway.